when you look at this kind of reference that you see of cornerstone rituals all over the world, and that there's these hidden victims underneath the foundation stones of all these different cities, all these different kingdoms in Japan and Germany, Norway, everywhere, different types of sacrifice, human life sacrificed for some so-called greater good. And then you see Jesus reference that. You see Jesus reference that when he says that when the people who were singing his name, when they stay quiet, when they stop coming to my defense, the stones will cry out. This is what it means when Jesus says that he is the stone the builders rejected, and he's become both the cornerstone and the capstone, the first stone and the last stone. In other words, the first sacrifice and the last sacrifice. The Bible talks about the story of Cain and Abel as a symbol. These are symbols for the origin of man and the origin of man's cities. In other words, man's politics, government. And Cain kills his brother Abel out of envy for saving face. He wants to save face. And the Bible says that on his murder of his brother Abel, he founds the first city. So the Bible is telling us, unlike any other text in history, it's peeling off the veneer. It's peeling off the mythic cover-up of all stories and histories, all cultures, that always write history from the winner's perspective, that always write history from the winning crowd's perspective. Hebrews chapter 12, 18. It talks about that Jesus's blood speaks a better word than Abel's. That his blood being sprinkled speaks a better word than the blood of Abel. So when we talk about Jesus being the cornerstone and the capstone, he is in solidarity with the first primordial victim of human history, Abel, being sacrificed and being used as the foundation moment for the first city, the first politics, the first government, the first build back better, the first great reset, the first attempt at a new world order. All those good things. He's the first victim of this garbage. He's the first victim of the Gothard Tunnel ceremony, in which they laud the death of real miners and mock them, in my opinion, by making a goat demon mount their souls to the uproarious applause of the sons of guns that want to tell you they're going to build back better for you. They're going to take care of the poor, the weak, the hungry, if you just give them more power and make sure you stop using cash and make sure you only use their approved social media platforms and you only use their approved social language cues and their approved dialects and approved ways of speaking and their approved wars and their approved foreign aid and their approved fake trade deal, all their little veneer. It all comes back to this: the blood of Abel, the blood of every victim that has been hidden under the cornerstones of every civilization. And the Bible reveals it, it exposes it from within, and it allows us to be able to build a society that doesn't have sacrifice as the foundation stone of how we get along.